You're listening to the VegasTourist.com podcast, episode number 243, Riding the Rails in Boulder City. Hit it, Carl. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mark Anthony. This is the VegasTourist.com podcast, and that goofy voice you're hearing on the other side is...
I'm Debbie Anthony.
She's my wife.
And the goofy sidekick.
I even admitted it in public. She's my wife. The intro music is, of course, Carl Safe Sax Ferris. You can see him down on the Fremont Street Experience. I would like to thank him for the use of his wonderful music. Links, of course, to his music are on the website. All right. Today, being the new year...
We are 11 days into the new year.
Well, yes, but it's still the new year. 2017 is finally behind us.
It's behind us, yes. We're starting a new year.
It was a rough year.
For some, it was rougher than others.
Yeah. So we survived it.
Some didn't.
Okay. This past week, we had a little adventure.
Yes, we did.
We went to Boulder City.
Which we've been to Boulder City before.
And we rode the rails.
But we rode the rails.
Really rode the rails.
Yes.
It's called the Rail Explorers. They're out of Rhode Island. They have these cool little cars that run on the rails, and you get to pedal them.
But it's not hard pedaling. It's not difficult. It was a lot of fun.
Here's kind of the background on it. There's this couple. The husband was from Australia. The wife is from South Korea. How they met and got here, I have no idea. But
that sounds like a podcast all in itself.
That's all by itself, yes. But they're serial entrepreneurs, and they just sold one of their businesses, and they were just trying to figure out what's next. And the wife watches Korean soap operas. And so they're laying in bed one night and they're watching the Korean soap opera, and she said it was like an 11-second
just a clip
of the actors doing whatever it is, and in the back were these little pedal cars on rail track, and she went, "That's it.
Bingo." Light bulb.
Yep. And I think it was like 6 months later, they were in business. They took a section of a abandoned rail line that out in Rhode Island that goes right along the coast there. You get on these cars and you pedal, and they're really nice. They're really easy. And then they're like, well, wintertime we have to shut down, so we're closed for 4 months.
Yeah. So what do?
Yeah. So,
we come where it's 60 degrees in the wintertime.
And so their marketing person, Mark, I like him.
Yes.
Okay.
He seems to like you too.
Yes, yeah. They're like, hey, how about if we spend the winter someplace warm?
Wow.
And they did their research, and the Southern Nevada Railroad Museum pops up. It's about a 6-mile piece of track. It comes out of the train museum there in Boulder City. It's pretty well flat except for the last frickin' hill. You see some fantastic scenery. You get a lot of cars that honk at you.
Yeah.
And
people giving themselves whiplash going, What is that?
We almost watched a bike rider right off of a bike trail. They've got we have a paved path that literally goes from Las Vegas to Boulder City that follows the old rail line. Mm-hmm. But there's a 6.5-mile section of track, or 4.5-mile, whatever.
But they plan on expanding it all the way into Henderson,
Yep.
so you can watch the sunset and watch the lights come on in Vegas.
That would be so cool.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
So they brought out their 22 cars, and this past Wednesday they said, let's have the grand opening. They invited us out.
Yes, I even played hooky from work.
That's
Took
right.
the day off.
That's right. Oh, and by the way, there is a video on YouTube of us doing that and then I'm going to put this as a voiceover. So you'll hear some train track noise in the background. That's us.
Oh, cool.
But yeah.
I really enjoyed it. That was a good time.
That was fun.
If you're going to take a personal day from work, this is what you want to do. This is what you want to spend your day doing.
Well, it's cool because of the impending opening of Interstate 11, which is going to take about a third of the traffic out of Boulder City. They really needed something else there besides
to bring people back in.
Zip lining, canoeing, boating,
Hoover Dam,
touring the dam,
shopping,
a very historic old town, and all that. They needed something else. They just tied it all together, and this is it.
In case you needed one more reason to come and see in Boulder City.
Exactly. Spend a day there. But they had the ribbon cutting, and everyone got in the cars. I
thought it was cute that they lined up all the cars together because there's little bumper bots on the front and the back of them. So you line them all up together, and then the train track rails actually go down, ting, 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 for us to cross the road together.
And the arms come down.
Yeah, so once we were actually like a little train, and then once we got across the road, they separated us about 30 feet between each car and let us go off on our own.
Once they turn us loose, they would like us to have like a 30-foot gap. Now,
so you get to enjoy it, but if you get a car in front of you, we had an old couple of gentlemen, which was surprising because it is pedaling. You are pedaling. You have a brake. You have a seat belt. So you're comfortable in this rail car, and there is some coasting, but there is some pedaling, but it's not hard pedaling. And because you have two people,
or four.
Or four. There's the option of four. You're working together, and you're taking some of that pressure off just one person doing it. So
right.
I'm not a great cycler to start with, and you have a bum knee.
Right.
So, but between the two of us, it wasn't hard at all. It was good exercise. We were out there in the fresh air.
I would bet that 3/4 of the time we were not pedaling.
No, I really don't think we were. I think we coasted most of the time. Yeah. In fact, we had to hit the brakes a few times because some of that is downhill, and you can, open it wide up if you don't have somebody in front of you.
Of course, the scenery.
Yes, and it is Boulder City, and we had just had that giant storm the day before.
Yes,
so
which was really wild.
Looking out over that road going out to Searchlight, the dry lake beds weren't dry. We had a real lake, and
it was a mud hole now.
And the clouds were sitting on the ground.
Oh, it was beautiful.
So all the clouds were like hugging the mountains and down on the ground over the lake, the dry lake bed that wasn't dry.
Right.
The scenery was beautiful, just beautiful. So.
Yeah, and then once you get to the Railroad Pass Casino there, which they're building a truck stop there as well. That was the only problem was that last little hill there.
Yeah, there is a little bit of hill there towards the end, and they didn't tell us about that part, so you do have to do a little pedaling there.
But again, for somebody who has a bum knee and you to do the pedaling, it was very easy.
It wasn't hard. It wasn't really strenuous. In fact, there was a younger woman there in high heels and a skirt. Yeah. And I'm like, did they not tell you what you were coming for? So they stop us at the end, and everybody was happy, and this is the greatest thing ever, and that we have to stand out in the desert for 15 minutes while we wait for the train to come.
Right.
So,
but they tell you, bring a snack.
Yeah, and they are telling, well, they told you. They didn't tell me, and you didn't tell me.
It says on the website.
Oh, well, I didn't see the website. I follow you. But they did say, I was talking to the female owner, and she was telling me, Mary, she was telling me that they're going to build benches and a little rest stop area out there, and where you can sit. And we did watch the chipmunks running. Oh, sorry. Yeah. We did watch the chipmunks, and that was kind of fun. And just to stand around and visit with the other people, and until the train comes chugging down and it's an engine and a caboose and a little open car. So they come down and hook up to the pedal cars we just did, and we all get to load up on the train and take a train ride in an open car back up into Boulder City, which was just as much fun.
Oh, yeah,
that was enjoyable too. So the whole experience was a lot of fun. I couldn't wait to go back and tell everybody, you guys got to do this.
And
So-
then and now you want to take the grandkids
Yeah,
out.
now we're
and
going back. I want to take the grandkids down there. I think it'd be fun to take them.
They say to give yourself about 2 hours from the time that you arrive to the time you come back, because you're not pressured. You're not in any kind of a hurry.
No. No, and they are new. They're setting up, so there is a safety thing they go through in the beginning, and they've got to, hook the cars up and to come back. And so there's a little bit of time in there. So you want to enjoy the experience. You don't want to rush through it.
Beauty of the Nevada desert.
Yes. And then they tell you about the golf course up there, that if somebody's golfing, you'll see the waterfall going down. And
Yes, your tour guide tells you that.
Your tour guide tells you that. My tour guide tells
Your
me
tour
that.
guide tells you that. Not their tour guide.
I did hear one of the Railroad Museum guys telling a couple of the women there the same thing. But
Well, yeah.
I'm like, my tour guide already told me that.
My tour guide. I always tell folks, it's just another reason to go visit, get off the effing strip and go visit Boulder City.
Yeah, check out the surrounding areas. There's things to see.
Yeah. Go bowling in the 8-lane bowling alley.
Yeah, stop at Dillinger's and have lunch.
Yep. We stopped at the A&W Rip Beer stand.
We did. It's kind of a thing for us to do that, and we like to drive up through and see this sheep. It had also taken a personal day. They didn't come down, but we like to drive up through all the homes up in the Boulder City Hills. We like to see
we took
those.
a tour of the other side of the track.
Yeah, we like to hobnob with the rich folks once in a while.
The multi-million-dollar homes up there. And
We even pick up the little realty flyers for the ones for sale, just to see if it's in our price range.
Yeah, I liked how you grabbed that one. Was what, $245,000, and we're
$209,000. It was $209,000. I'm like,
we're looking at this little piece of land.
It's a little. It was a bank. It was a bank. It was a slope. I'm like, what are we buying here? What would you be buying here?
A slope.
Really, it's just a piece of a slope.
But
you'd have to build into the mountain on this little tiny slope.
Yes, and you saw how difficult some of those houses were.
You'd have to build up.
Captain Jack's house and all that. So, yeah, but beautiful view, Lake Mead.
Oh my gosh, that's what you're buying, is the view and the chance to have sheep come visit your yard.
Yes, so it is called Rail Explorers, and we'll have the links up on the website there. So
Fun time.
Fun time. Yes, it is. What else have we done? We've been kind of busy.
Busy enough that it took us this long to do the podcast.
Exactly.
We did go do that Marriage is Murder show.
Yeah. You know what? The one thing we did at the end of the year that we need to talk about, and we should do that, we'll make that for a future podcast, San Diego.
Oh, our San Diego trip. That was our Christmas trip.
That was our Christmas trip.
Christmas weekend trip. Mm-hmm.
It was really fun because as we're driving out there,
everybody's coming
Southern
into town.
California was coming in.
Yep, and we came home Christmas Eve day, and everybody was coming. Everybody was going home.
Yes.
So we're coming into Vegas, and they're all leaving.
Yep.
It's like, boy, we planned that perfect.
Yep. Well, then when we were in San Diego, we were down at the bay down there.
Yeah, we were fixing to take a whale watching cruise.
And we were talking to the girl that was there. She's like, yesterday this place was absolutely freaking packed.
Yeah.
They
were from Pensacola, Florida.
Yeah.
So her and her husband were there. They'd been there a couple days, and she goes, yesterday, the last 2 days, it's been crazy here. My husband I think he's wanting me to move here, and there was no way. And on today, beautiful. The crowds are gone. I'm like, yep, we saw them going to Vegas.
They're all in Vegas, folks.
We passed them on our way.
That's it, folks. Any final words there, my dear?
About the blah, 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 blah. You can't take your dogs. And there's only reason why is they allow the dogs on the rail cars. They do not allow them on the train back. It's a state law here in Boulder City, whatever. But they do allow them on the rail cars. But the state government would not allow them on the train going back, which made no sense to me.
What we need to do is get those little vests for them that say service dogs.
Yes. I understand it's supposed to be pretty simple. My son says it's a piece of cake to get them certified.
Yeah, yeah. Get those. Those R2 dogs are certifiable.
They are Now, certifiable and certified, I think, are two different things. In fact, we have dog training class here in about half an hour.
Yeah. So, all right. Is that it, babe?
Yep, I think so. I think we covered everything on that.
All right. I am Mark Anthony. You are?
I am Debbie Anthony.
And, of course, all of the links will be up on the website, thevegastours.com. Like this podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and leave us your comments. And until next time, folks, have a wonderful week.
Ciao.
Ciao. Peace out.
Peace out.
You're not doing your peace out?
I can't do peace out on sound. They don't get to see my symbols.
Oh, all right. All right, fine, whatever.
It's getting dark, the show's about to start down on Fremont Street. There's a party going on every night of the week in Vegas. Now there's people everywhere with perfume in the air on the downtown street. You can roll the dice, hit it twice, be a winner.